Good morning, YouTubers. This is Quinitra, and it's been a while since I gave you guys a dream. Please forgive me when I'm doing the videos in my car. I had a name for it to start doing like car talks. But it's been a while since I gave you guys a dream, and I have so many, and I just want to spread them out and speak about my life. And I want to better do my page. It will happen very quickly. I am discussing some things with some people, so within a month's time frame, some things will be a little bit more serious when it comes to my page changing to get better, and asking God to bless me, because I do want to come off the 9 to 5, and it'll take some prayer, and then we'll see. This is a time when I was celibate, and I was divorced from my second husband, and I was overweight. I was 315 pounds, and I got prayed over and at church one night. I was a rapper. I was rapping gospel rap, overweight, and it was one of the best times of my life. And I went in to get some cards from the ministry for my rap, and then I got prayed over. And then after that, I started getting all of these desires to want to eat healthy, desires to want to be right, even with God in my mind. And I was celibate for 2.5 years, and I experienced some really great testimonies and experiences with God that I share with you guys. So there were two people that, I was interested in. I was interested in one person before the other. One was white, one was Hispanic, and I did not know that they were friends later on. And that caused a ruckus, because one was on the morning shift and one was on the evening shift. I would come in from doing Bible study, whatever it was, and I would go, and I desired to get a membership. So I ended up getting a gym membership, and I ended up going to work out just about every day. It kind of started off to 3 and 4 days. I was getting frustrated with my weight. Time progressed. I lost 50 pounds and just continued to go and go. And I loved my results. I understood and researched that the heavier I lift, the more toned I would get. So I would lift heavy, and it really toned my body, even though I was like overweight or whatever. And I was so excited. After the first guy rejected me, I was just going in naturally on the night shift sometimes and work out if I couldn't make it to the morning shift to work out because of my schedule. And when I would work out at night, I developed an attraction to this guy at the desk. He worked at the front desk. That guy went back to tell the other guy that I was interested in, who rejected me when I asked him out. Not like a month before that, found out, and they were discussing things between one another. But this video today is just to talk about the dream that I had about this guy. So I was in a time when God warned me. This was before and around this time I started getting some really prophetic, profound, strong warnings of the future. And let's just say that I think that when I put the emphasis of dream on it, it kind of takes away from the power that God was trying to give me warning and the protection and what I'm telling you guys, because it's way more mightier than that. So I liked Tony a lot. I really, really liked this guy, and he was Hispanic, and I really wanted to get to know him, and we started to get to know each other. And because of them being friends, it caused some ruckus, and they thought I was trying to talk to them at the same time. But as you can see in my eyes, I developed, a strong attraction. I still like the other guy. So even though I was talking to the Hispanic guy, getting to know him, never had sex with him, was celibate in this season, I would lay my eyes upon the other guy while he was in the gym working, and he would look when we all would be on the day shift working out, and he would get mad. But I asked God, I said, God, I asked you about the first guy. Now, what about the second guy? Could he be somebody for me? And I would just ask God, and I developed my relationship just talking to God. And I had a dream that I was so excited to get to this guy, and he lived in this nice house, and I was standing and looking at his house with a big old grin on my face. And as I looked at the ground, all the way that led from where I was to get up to the steps of his house, it was a whole bunch of mud. And I had to go through the mud to get to him. And, at this particular time, I was very, very strong prayer intercessor, over the praise team, a leader, coming up with the music, praise dancing, and traveling different places and praise dancing all around the community. People giving me praise dance offerings, and I was, God was really using me. I would prophesy to people, pray on the pray team, and pray over people, rebuke sicknesses, and I was that much righteous. I wasn't doing anything at all. God was saying the interpretation of the dream was, I saw myself running, getting through all the mud, and I was hugging Tony, and I said, I've been waiting to get to you. He said, I've been waiting to get to you too. And I'm just like, man, I want to, share some things and talk with you. And he's like, me too. And we were both on the same page. Now that part was beautiful, but God doesn't condone dating. You never hear about Moses or anybody in the Bible saying he dated Mary, or Jesus' father dated Mary for 3 months or whatever, or so-and-so Moses dated his wife for 2 years. So God doesn't condone the dating thing, right? And so in the dream, I was so happy, but I had all this mud on me, and it was murky, thick, nasty mud. And God was saying, this is what you have to do. You have to be sinful and dirty to get to Tony, because Tony is not in a place where he's righteous and before me, and he's not mine right now. He's not my son. He belongs to the devil, and God told me that. And God was just like, in order to get to Tony, you have to be filthy. You're going to dirty yourself, and you're going to be willing to go through this process to get to him just to experience happiness? And then when I saw that, I stayed celibate. And, it developed a frustration between me and the guy. And eventually, as time, because I said, I'm celibate right now. I'm not looking to have sex with anybody. And he broke off me, having a chance to get to know him and to date him. And I went on in life after that, dating people celibate. I really didn't want to have sex. I was really in fear of God. And I really just wanted to go on a new path. And I actually found some people later on, years later, who were willing to date me celibate. But that was a powerful dream, and God was just telling me, the mud represents sin and filth, and you would have to be that filthy and sinful just to get to this guy. Is it worth it? Is it worth losing me and my holiness and my righteousness and me talking to you and carrying you through trials and helping and healing you? Because around that time I had cancer, and God was showing me, don't do anything right now. I remember going inside of the store, and I liked Tony so much that I went in Walmart and I put my hand on a pack of condoms, and God said, don't do it. I went outside, and God said, I had accidentally lost my keys in the car. And God said, this is going to be with you. You locked your keys in the car. He said, this is going to be you. If you go into this season of sin, and I won't be able to heal and talk to you properly if you don't fast and get before me. You'll be caught in sin, and you won't hear what you need to hear, and you'll pass away. God told me that, and he showed me that to me. And my keys was locked in the car, literally physically, in a parking lot. He was like, don't go in and get those condoms. Stay holy and righteous in this season so I can heal you. This season is for you to focus on me and being healed, not to be in relationships and having sex and dating. Isn't that powerful? You guys be blessed.